Nice. It is 5:37, Thursday, March 11th, and we are in Marin, Texas. Marlin.
What are the Ides of March? Is
Beware
that
of
11th?
them. I don't know.
Or is it even a day? That's just. Like
I think it is a range of days.
It's about Caesar, right?
Yeah, he was not Greek, but Roman.
Oh, Roman,
yeah. Yeah, he was assassinated during the Ides of March, I think. Let's take a look, just to make this an educational podcast. Oh my God.
Maybe it's just March in general.
No, it's a range.
Is it a holiday?
I don't even know how to spell Ides.
IDES.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
IEDS?
No, IDES.
IEDS. Yeah, I wrote that. I don't think that's the correct spelling. I think it's AE.
The AIDS in March?
Well, it's
you get AIDS in March?
Some people do. Fuck. Maybe it's,
I hope they have better insurance than you.
Hold on, audience. We're getting there. Google.
This is completely irrelevant.
IDES.
That's what I said, yeah.
That is what you said?
Well, initially I said IEDS. That's like IEDS.
The Ides of March is the 47th day on the Roman calendar, corresponding to March 15th. It was marked by several religious observances and was notable for Romans as a deadline for settling debts.
Well, no, it's also about the assassination, right? Somehow. It doesn't matter. This is not this is irrelevant.
It will be relevant in 4 days, which we'll bring it up again. The 15th of March, which is the day after I quit my job to hike the Appalachian Trail where I met you. Beware of the Ides of March, indeed.
Yeah.
You're my Ide, and I'm aware of you. Or I'm being aware. I'm beware of you.
I don't even know where we are.
Marlin, Texas. We're 60 miles approximately southwest of where we started this morning, which was Fairfield. Yeah,
kind of.
But man, another terrible day of wind. All fucking day.
That's really the only word that would describe today. Like, the biking was fine. It would have been easy if we didn't have a crazy headwind the entire time, no matter what direction we turned.
The entire time.
Although we are turning south and southwest every time. So, but it's crazy out here.
Yeah, it sucks.
I hope it gets better once we start going actual west.
Yeah. Although
we won't be.
Yeah, the Austin Loop will be going east, then south, then west, then north. So we'll get
south again, and then west,
and
then north. It's a loop. It makes sense. But yeah, we're not there yet. We're about 2 days away from Austin, where we have a nice Airbnb waiting for us.
Yeah.
And we'll take a nice zero.
I should bring out the candle.
Sure.
For the
I'm
vibes.
not getting bit.
I just saw something that looked like a mesquite.
I think we're fine for now. We should definitely set the tent up, hopefully around sundown.
That should be about a little less than an hour.
Good.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It was a long day. Just continually grading. Just felt pretty good this morning. Felt good towards the afternoon.
Much to the point where we started at
6:50.
6:50. We got on the road and we were like, it's so early, we can totally do more than what's planned.
Yeah.
But then you get on the road and it's brutal.
It's a headwind the entire time. Oh my God.
Like your muscles are burning, the wind's in your face the entire day, and your eyes can't see.
Yeah. I mean, I think the weirdness I feel in my eyes might actually just be being tired.
Yeah.
Which I don't like, the feeling of being tired, and I don't recognize it either.
Well,
I feel like it's like
do you think you're invincible?
No, I've never been a tired person. I've never been someone who chills. You can attest to that.
Well.
But yeah, today was a tiring day, and it was just gradually wearing us down the entire day.
And it's like we said, it's not even hard terrain. We're going up.
It would be such a
little
great
bit,
ride.
And then we're going down, so we have downhill, but you can't even coast on the downhill because the wind is blowing you away.
You have to understand, this is a northeast wind, and we're going southwest, so we're directly in it the entire time, and it's been that way for 2 days. And it's supposed to be like that again tomorrow.
Yeah, and probably the day after, too.
Which is just insane.
There's rain coming, so it's coming from the Gulf of Mexico.
Presumably.
And it's blowing across this huge plain that is Texas. And we're getting the Gulf breeze all day, every day. And it's not going to change until it actually rains. And then we'll be going a different direction, so hopefully it's better.
Hopefully.
But yeah, we out here doing this shit again.
So we camped at a church, which we probably mentioned. And the stipulation for Allie to feel comfortable was that we would get up at 6:20. And we pretty much did.
Yeah.
I woke up a lot last night.
I woke up a lot too. It was not
restful.
night.
No. And I think that probably exacerbates
between the threat of like people coming in the area, which we knew would be fine throughout the night, but like once the sun came up, I was like, there might be people here. We should probably pack up.
The deacon arrives.
And not to mention the fucking skunks.
Oh, yeah.
That lived like right next to where we were camping.
I don't even know if we mentioned that, but
we definitely did. I was talking about it a lot last night. I was pretty paranoid.
Yeah. We saw 2 skunks that were like coming toward our little camp area.
Yeah. When we were cooking our dinner and we walked over and we saw these 2 little gross
turds.
Rodent things, and we were like, oh my god.
But man,
those aren't cats.
It was sad too, because we saw so many dead skunks today. We saw so much dead stuff, period. And I don't know if that was mentioned yesterday. I think you did, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Texas for sure is merciless with their roadkill.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is probably
everything and anything.
Yeah, dogs, cats,
pigs.
Deer,
I saw a dead cow in a field. I don't think you saw that. But
a dead cow in a field, really?
Yeah, it was like a full-grown, I don't even know what gender it was, but
it was a they.
Yeah, it was dead. It didn't have a head.
Damn.
It was brutal.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
You know, and after being on the Florida Trail, too, and where we are now, we're in a city park here in Marlin, and it's really a shame how fucked up all the water is everywhere in this country. Like, I know that, like, it's worse in Africa and India and stuff like that, but it's like you can't... I'd imagine that, like, at some point in the past, this water was drinkable. Like, probably without a filter. People probably drank it, and... Yeah. Now you can't drink any water anywhere, and like a Sawyer is not going to do it unless you're really brave.
Well, I think also something to mention is that obviously we're on roads all day, so all of the water we're seeing has like all of the road trash and litter.
Road trash, and then the cow runoff and agricultural runoff, ag runoff. It's sad because like this country, I don't know. I listened to this interview today that Tom Green did with this girl named Sarah Yak, and they were just talking about the beautiful. Maybe it is more beautiful in the West.
It is,
and maybe it's more pristine or something.
Is.
But
there's less people out there.
Yeah, I don't know. The East Coast, outside of the Appalachian Trail, the water is fucked, and like in between the Appalachian Trail and probably. I don't know. If anything east of Colorado is probably going to be terrible water. And it's a shame because it's just like water is life, and there's so many creatures, everything drinks water. And there's just so much bad water in this country because of poor planning and like irresponsible activities and stuff like that. Like you're pretty keen on veganism at this point, and I am too. I mean, you know, we do like cheese and we do like ice cream and eggs and stuff like that. But man, it's kind of hard to feel good about, because we went to McDonald's this morning too, and we had a great breakfast. But it's just like, it sucks because it's like we don't want to contribute, but it's hard not to. And we do our best to like not make things worse, but I don't think we do a ton to make things better. Everything
is so incorporated into the daily habit of regular Americans that we are a part of by giving our business and money to fast food restaurants and like taking food that they provide. And that's all in a huge system of cruelty and really terrible things.
Unsustainable practices.
So we can't help it.
Yeah.
But that's because of our lifestyle, which we are looking to change sometime in the future,
near future,
which we're really excited for.
Yeah.
And that will be different, but for now we're just like subject to the way that everyone lives.
There's a bunch of turtle boys out there. You can see their little heads poking up. I don't know if you can. It's a little farther away than I would expect you to be able to see. But we saw some cool, like...
We did see turtles today.
Yeah, I think they were soft-shelled turtles. And as soon as... I was thinking about it today because there were a lot of turtle boys out sunning themselves as best they could. And even before... I was thinking, because the wind... So we have a headwind, so we're downwind from everything that we come up to. And so turtles and reptiles and stuff like that, they can't smell us. So they're not smelling us and then jumping into the water, but they jump in the water so quick. Yeah, so their vision is extremely accurate and acute. Yeah. Which is impressive because they can see us before we see them. Yeah. And I just wouldn't expect that.
And they run.
Yeah, and jump and dive and.
Because we're on moving machinery that scares them and they know we're a threat, which we're not.
It's interesting, though, because those turtles, the soft-shelled turtles, they didn't jump into the water until we were there, so they don't care about cars, which is maybe explaining why they're just, like, numb to the sound of a car or something like that, which, again, would explain a lot of the roadkill. Definitely saw a lot of turtles that were dead, too. Yeah. And coyotes.
Dogs, which we've mentioned, but it also breaks my heart.
Did you see that bigger dog today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, what happens? Are they in the back of a truck and
That's
they,
what I
like,
was
jump out and kill themselves?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or is it, like, an old dog that the family's like, oh, we need to take care of this, so they put it in their truck and then push it out when they're going 70 miles an hour?
The sad thing, too, for me is,
Or are they, like, personal dogs that, like, jump the fence, like many did today, and then get hit by a car because they're chasing a car? Which is what Barney's in for, I think.
Your mom is very worried about that.
I am too.
Yeah.
People fly back that lane and he runs out, goes right under the tires. He was actually hit before. Did you know that?
I did know that.
You've heard that story before, but it was the 4th of July on some year, and one of our neighbors was leaving our house in her Subaru Forester.
Was it Grammy?
No, it wasn't Grammy. But they were going out. And he ran across the field that's by the chicken coop, and he went right out to the car and went right under it, like in the middle of the car, and was hit by the back tires. And he, like, yelped really loud and was limping, and he was running back, and we were all so worried, like, damn, is he injured? Like, what's wrong?
What part was he hit by? Like, what part of his body?
I don't even know. Yeah. It happened so fast, and it was so far away, but we heard a huge, like, scream. And then he came running back and he was limping and we were like, damn, like his legs are broken or his organs are popped out of his body. Yeah. But they weren't, and he's fine, but he needs to be careful. So if you're listening, Barney, be careful, please.
Yeah, Jared has joked about him being the person who kills him in his car, which is also a Subaru Legacy or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah. It's just fucked up, man.
Yeah, like, and this all could be prevented if drivers were more aware and more conscious.
That's the thing I don't get.
But they never will be.
Yeah, I mean, like, looking at some of those animals, like, they got hit and then they crawled and then they died. Yeah. And, like, you can see them and all of them are in, like, exasperated, like, mouth open and
contorted,
upside.
Like, contorted. Obviously in pain. Yeah. Terrible sights to see. And
then the fucking vultures come and eat their buttholes and... Then we see what they are. Look at all those. There's so many turtles out there. There's at least I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, we see the bad parts, but we also see the good parts.
What
like
good
you're
parts?
saying, we see live animals.
Oh,
We've seen a lot of cool live animals.
We've seen a lot of cool cows.
People farm in Texas, like
ranching.
Brahma cows.
Is that the one that we, with the small?
Well, Brahmas are like the white ones with the huge hump and like long faces. I don't think they have horns. We haven't seen any of those, but I actually don't know what the kinds that we have been seeing. Like, they're really cool and they're really dopey. Yeah. But they run fast because we always cause a stampede when we bike past because I guess they're not familiar with like
our
foot
travel.
Or bike travel, so we're going past so slowly.
We
always call out to them or like ring our bells for them to get our attention, and they usually run away and like cause a stampede with their friends, which has been a fun activity to do throughout the day.
Yeah, I was thinking too about reading, like they say, like, you know, so if you're in a car, you can read a sign a 60th of the speed that someone walking can read it. Yeah. So if you're walking, you can like see things 60 times more in depth than someone driving. And if you're biking, you can see a sign like a 20th as much as someone who's driving. And biking is definitely superior to all those modes of transportation, because we're not going to hit anything unless it's like the occasional frog or something. But yeah, we've never killed anything driving that we know of, and we're pretty aware of it. And I think we would definitely be aware of it because it would make a noise that sounded like a breaking wheel bearing or something. But I mean, yeah, these. Did you see that person who like hit the skunk that was already dead, and it like flew up a little bit?
Ew.
Yeah, it was sad and gross. They were coming the opposite direction of us, and they like hit the body, and it like flew up a little bit and separated.
So terrible.
Yeah, there's
like,
so much roadkill.
Slow down, man. Be more aware. Don't be on your phone. Maybe that helps.
Yeah,
don't be an idiot.
There's so much stuff that's fucked up. I mean, it would be so easy to like not like
kill animals.
Yeah, to create a thing where if you're driving, like your phone automatically doesn't allow you to make calls or texts.
Yeah.
All that technology is there, but that's just not what most people want.
Yeah.
Most people are like overweight and inconsiderate.
They're driving as fast as they can to the nearest fast food place to sit in their car and idle as they get their food through drive-through. Food that has been provided through cruelty and inhumanity of the beef and dairy industry.
Yeah.
Or pork or chicken or whatever.
Which
also is a desensitization of people's understanding of the actual meat industry in America. We use these terms to like desensitize ourselves to the animals that they actually are and the living being that they should be. But
these turtles are hilarious.
But we farmed them to the point where we're totally desensitized to their name.
Yeah.
Say their name. They're dying all the time, and we just consume it like idiots, and we don't even think it's a problem.
Yeah, when I was filling up the water at the gas station close to where we're camping for tonight, there was like the taquitos on the little like roller thing to warm it, and there were hot dogs and stuff, and one said like all pork, all beef.
Yeah.
And I was like, like it's just crazy, like.
All muscular flesh of a pig.
Yeah.
A very intelligent animal that could, like, provide a lot to us, aside from the food that they provide. And, like, I mean, like, a lot of people use the excuse that we have dominion over them, that we're so much smarter than them. But, like, they're still fucking living animals. And we drive to national parks. We collectively, as Western Americans, drive to national parks to see this amazing wildlife.
Wild bison.
Moose, bison, deer. Like, people love that shit. They love to see the natural wildlife. But that's no different from these animals that also deserve a chance at life and are just trying to thrive and, like, further their species. But we farm them to the point where they're confined in tiny cages and living a life of misery, and then are hung upside down and their throats are slit, just to provide this food that's like not even what our bodies need. It's making us unhealthy. Milk, we had the whole discussion about milk this morning.
Yeah.
Like, milk is a thing that baby animals take from their mother of the same species, and then they use it to grow and become a strong adult that can also like further their species. And we fucking drink cow's milk and goat's milk, like the things that are used to provide milk for their young, and we just think it's normal. Like, it's so fucked up and it's so systemized, if that's a word.
Systematic.
What's
like,
what's
the word
way
that they systematic racism?
Systematic cruelty is the meat industry. But either way, we see live animals that are part of that industry, and we see dead animals that had no hope, no chance at life.
So many skunks.
Yeah. And we're not depressed about it. I think we're just like angry about it because people are so naive and like
careless.
Yeah, careless, and they don't understand, and they don't even care. Because they're so consumed with their life on their smartphone and their, like, desires to obtain food that's not even good for them. Either way, that's my rant.
Yeah.
The rest of the day was fine.
It was fine.
It was actually decent biking, but
Yeah.
the headwind was such a bitch.
Man, yeah, there was a
Really
point,
hard to deal with.
a point where you were like, we should keep going, because like this isn't that bad,
Yeah.
and it wasn't. But I mean, it's kind of like walking through a swamp. Shout out to Matt Hingst. You know, we did 65 miles today approximately, and it's just like all of it in a headwind, and it's just like so consuming.
The feeling that I have when I'm in the direct wind, which is pretty often, even though I'm behind you and I'm trying to draft,
Yeah.
like I'm pushing as hard as I can and my legs are burning. Like it's equivalent to biking on the sand roads in Florida, which is a throwback to our Florida Trail memes.
Which was so recently.
But it seems so far away.
It does, yeah. Yeah.
But we're here. We're in Texas.
We're queer.
We're queer. We're
Get
doing
used
our
to it.
thing.
Yeah.
We'll be to Austin in 2 days, which will be really nice.
Mhm.
To have a good place to sleep, a restful time. Hopefully waiting out the rain. We kind of planned our Airbnb around this rainstorm that's supposed to come in on Sunday. So hopefully it does rain and we'll be out of it. And we'll chill, clean up our bikes if we even have to, resupply.
Yeah. So far, so good with the bikes, though.
Yeah.
I mean, our chains still look clean and new.
They're great bikes. They're the ideal bikes for what we're doing.
Steel is
how
real.
we're doing things.
Yeah, I keep thinking about, like, when we go over, some of the roads here in Texas are pretty rough, and I just keep thinking about the bike rack, how it broke, because it was, like, jiggering around.
Oh, yeah. That was terrible.
Our bikes are also jiggering around, and so they could break. But the weight that we have on them and the weight of our bodies shouldn't be enough to really disturb the steel tubing that creates the bikes that we have. But we've also put a lot of miles on our bikes.
Yeah.
Your bike probably has about 5,000 miles on it. Mine has like 10,000 plus. But yeah, I mean, it's a good place to be. It's a good thing to do. But damn.
Yeah. It has to come to an end soon enough because we continually show these like feelings of dissatisfaction with our lifestyle. Not necessarily what we're doing throughout the day, but how we need to like source our provisions and the insecurity that we have every night when we try to close our eyes and get some rest. Like we're always camping in illegal spots, and I think we will be until at least New Mexico.
Yeah.
So that's a long time away. So I think this will be a really good thing that we can do for now, but also needs to come to an end soon enough. Not in like a vengeful way. Like we don't hate this, but it's just so familiar and we know what we're doing societally and like systemically, what we're supporting and what we're like.
Look at all those birds. They just landed. They'll probably fly again in a sec.
I saw them fly across. There's birds too. Not as much as Florida, but definitely some cool things to see throughout the day. And
They're
that's
out here.
what keeps us going.
Yep. Most of the cows.
Most of the cows, they're fun.
I
They're
just hope,
intelligent. They're sweet.
yeah, hopefully they're not all beef cows, because that would be sad.
I mean, steers are for sure. Dairy cows are milked every day for dairy,
Purposes.
but they've been programmed to be like that. But that's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's
Drink
hard to...
milk. The
Bitch.
fucking fake propaganda that makes you think that you need more calcium in your system, but you don't actually need it because you get it from plant-based diets that could satisfy all of your vitamin and mineral needs.
There's like twice as much calories in a pound of peanut butter than there is in a pound of beef.
Yeah. But yeah.
So yeah, we started our day at McDonald's. There was a dog there.
There was a dog there, yeah.
He was very
He was
picky.
cute.
He didn't want to eat eggs or hash browns, so he only ate
He
cheese.
only likes the cheese.
And then we left, biked for a long time, got to the halfway point, stopped at a gas station, got some coffee and a banana, some snacks. Headed on from there.
We had our first conversation with the toothless man at the gas station.
Yeah.
Where are y'all going? Where'd you come from?
Yeah. Long distance
Are
bikers?
you long distance? Yeah, we're going to San Diego. Oh, you're not going the right way. You got to take this road, this road, this road. We're like, dude.
We got it.
God.
Don't worry about us.
Unsolicited advice
Is the best.
is always a joy.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be an interesting night. I think we'll be undisturbed.
I think we will. There's been no cars that have come past this place, and it's going to get dark in like half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll make dinner, have a nice time, and then set up the tent and go to sleep because we need it.
Yeah, this park is pretty sad. I mean, it's like nice enough, but there's a lot of trash all over it. And I think we're going to probably set up somewhere a little farther away from the picnic table we're currently posted at. But, yeah, man, Texas is kind of fucked up.
It is.
Every state is, though.
It is.
When you get into the rural areas, which is primarily... there was a lot of good shoulder today.
Yeah.
But
which is a treat.
Yeah, it is a treat, because it's like... The shoulder that we were on for some of the major highways that we were on today was at least as big as the lane that was going in either direction. So, like 8-10 feet wide or so.
Yeah.
Which is good, but...
No flats, we got new tires.
Yeah, we should be good for a while.
Yeah.
Those
Till
Schwalbes.
San Diego.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then maybe we should stop.
Yeah, we'll see. We've talked about possibly going up north from there to Washington, but I don't know what the terminus of the 101 is for the ACA maps and everything. Yeah, we'll see.
But that would be at least another month, and if we're trying to fit things in between now and the Colorado Trail, we might want to start our setup in a more permanent location before that and invest in that a little bit.
Probably gonna get another
car. The first one.
Oh. Probably get another U-Haul.
Yeah.
Go back to East Texas, where
to
Grubber...
get our precious van.
Lol. Oh my god. Everything is so symptomatic of everything else.
It's because of our lifestyle, which is great. We're not complaining in any way. But man, we're seeing the cracks. We're seeing the bad side of that Instagram lifestyle that everyone's like, oh, we're traveling, we're exercising, we're doing van life, we're biking across the country. There is a downside, and we're seeing it.
We know it well.
Yeah.
We know it better than most.
It's just... everything is the same. All the cities are the same. All the towns are the same. It's just a different climate and different provisions. And
different views.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
which
it's all
is
the same.
nice.
Yeah.
But if we're actually going to make a sustainable lifestyle for ourselves, we need to pursue some other options. Which has been in the plans for a while, so we're excited to get there. But for now, we're adventuring in Texas to Austin, the West Coast, California, and then we turn around and go back.
Or who knows?
Yeah. I might cook dinner.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah.
We just got some texts.
We got some tasty frozen foods from our local Heb.
HEB.
HEB, Texas Classic.
Yeah, man. I'm ready to eat. I need to eat. I've been feeling a little out of it.
Yeah.
I don't think we had enough food today. Even with the nearly $40 of McDonald's this morning. So,
I wonder if there's a McDonald's here.
Probably is.
Before we leave.
We can check.
We need breakfast.
Breakfast.
We need energy.
Yeah. Dense calories. Alright. Well, anything else?
Nope. That's life on the road, y'all.
Alright.
Alright.
Bye for now.
Bye.